Hello, everyone, and welcome to our guidance reading today. We are just looking at what it is that we need to know. We are looking at Love and Life Oracle. This is a deck that I personally made, so you can't buy it anywhere. But I just bought like plain tarot cards, and then I did them myself because I had downloads that I needed to write down, and I just couldn't find the right cards in certain decks. So I was guided to do my own. So we are just looking at what is it that you need to know to help you through this day, this time, this period that you're going through. Okay, so we are opening our reading with exposure. So truth, hidden vision. Okay, so starting this reading out, there are going to be things that may have been hidden from you, truths that may have been kept secret, right? Sorry, I don't know why this my light is on, so it's kind of blurring the screen. But um, you're gonna find out a lot of things about your a situation, things that may have been hidden and you didn't know about them, or maybe you did know about them. Maybe you kind of thought you knew, but you wasn't 100% sure, so you just kind of gave it to God, gave it to source, and just kind of kept doing your everyday thing. So in 1 month, you're going to find out a lot of things. There's going to be a lot that comes out about this topic, this situation. You might have closure. For some of you, I heard the word closure coming in. So you might have closure on this whole situation. That's going to allow you to have a lot more me time, right? That's going to allow you to really be able to love yourself in a way that you haven't been able to because you've always had to work extremely hard and put others first. Um, and this is going to allow you to have some time to take vacation. You're going to have a lot of me time, vacation time. I feel like whatever's going to happen, there might be financial gain from this situation as well. You might actually get rewarded for, I feel like, time lost. Some of you might have invested so much time into something and it just, you know, maybe somebody didn't want to see you happy. So therefore, you were constantly in chaos and you were constantly having to put out money. And because of that, you may have had certain things you couldn't do yourself because you had to spend the money on other situations. Maybe you didn't have any me time because somebody was constantly, um, just making things difficult for you. So I feel like whatever was going on, whatever was happening, it's going to come to a realization and you're going to have more than you need and you're going to be able to take some vacation time. Things are going to stand out. You're going to stand out. You're going to shine. You're going to speak. You're going to rise from this situation. You're going to speak your your words into existence. For some of you, remember, yeah, I was just going to say freedom. Remember that when you speak out and you use your voice, you are changing the energy around this whole situation. We don't have to speak out to hurt anybody. We don't have to speak out to be mean or hateful, but speaking out allows the situation to not be closed, hidden, or seen in the wrong energy, right? I feel like for some of you, this could be an old situation. This could be something that's happened a while ago, and maybe justice is served. Yeah, this could have been something that happened a while ago, and it's just now kind of coming into its season, should say. Like, we are in with the energy that the earth is in right now. We are in the energy of purging, like what the dark last year was all about, like the darkness coming into the light, bringing things into the light, bringing things into understanding, bringing it stuff into where you can't avoid it. It is what it is, right? You can see the truth about the situation. And then I feel like now that energy is coming to the surface. Dismiss, calling back your energy. healed and gone. So yeah, you have definitely dismissed this situation, and I feel like the universe is dismissing it too. Like it's done. Like there's no more energy that is going to be allowed to be taken from you in this situation. Right? It is dismissed, and you're going to raise your vibrations. So smile, laugh, and raise vibrations. Yeah, you are done with whatever is going on in your life right now, whatever the situation is. It could be somebody trying to purposely cause you problems. It could be a situation, a job, but it is no longer going to be permitted by the universe. Like the universe itself, your ancestors, your spirit team, yeah, they are all putting a stop to whatever this situation is, whatever is causing you to have these emotions. And because it's unfair, it's unvalidated, right? I feel that you haven't done anything to deserve what is being done to you, and the universe sees that, and the spirit team sees that. And for some of you, I feel like you were protected, but it was almost like God's source, your spirit team, like they left these people kind of hang themselves, right? Like it could have been stopped a long time ago by your spiritual team, but it was almost like, okay, if they wanted to do this, then we'll protect you, and we'll let them play out their game. We'll let them learn from their lesson, right? I feel like you were being protected while the universe was allowing this person to do what they thought they were getting away with so that they can learn their lesson, right? Because you are divinely protected. You may have had some emotional ups and downs and things like that, but you were divinely protected and you were brought back out of the situation, right? You are recovering. You are the phoenix energy. You are rising from the situation. You are stronger than you were before. You're more aware of your energy and the need to protect yourself and boundaries, things like that. But they haven't done anything to you as far as hurting you on the levels that they wanted to, because you were protected, right? So nature, yeah, maybe your vacation should be in nature. If you like kayaking, hiking, biking, camping, I feel like there's a vacation that you should take, but it should involve like waterfalls or a beach or something. Like I feel for some of you that you just really need to get out in nature and ground and just gratitude. I feel like nature really wants you to come and spend time in nature as well, to just kind of put your energy back where it's needed. Spirits see, eyes on you. Yeah, spirits see, your spirit team sees everything. And they have brought the attention from a lot of areas to you, right? They have, yeah, we have send it back. Yeah, any negative energy, send it back with love. Ask God to send it back, because we know that when God's spirit steps in, right? Um, when spirit steps in, we know that we don't have to worry about anything, right? The great creator, God, whatever, however whatever word that you use for the great creator, we know that if we go to prayer and we ask for protection, and we ask to send the energy back to the creator, right? You don't have to necessarily send it back to source. You can send it back to the creator. You can ask the creator to transform it and do with it whatever is to be done. But the main thing is to release it yourself, right? Acknowledge it and release it. Yeah, God knows exactly. Yeah, God knows everything that's going on in this situation. Uh, some of the best warriors are the ones that get the hardest battles. And God's right there the whole entire time, paying attention, watching to see how far they're going to go, right? Write it down. Yeah, write down your dreams. This one here comes in as like your dreams, your wishes, you might have a book. For some of you, you might be working on a book about this situation, like a self-help book, or how to overcome, you know, uh, spiritual warfare. Or for some of you, I feel like there's a book here on how to love yourself again. So, like, you definitely have a book coming in. Write it down. Keep, I feel like that message for some of you is a yes. It is a confirmation message that yes, yes, maybe you've been feeling like you should write a book, and that is telling you that it is time. You are being guided to write that book. Write it down. Kids book. I feel like child's book coming in. Maybe for some of you you have children and your children have been through a lot. So, maybe it's a maybe you can take what you've been through and you can create a children's book. I know Amazon, somebody told me on Amazon, you can create your own book on Amazon and have it published through Amazon. I know there was a child, I think she was like 6 years old or something. And I remember seeing a video of her book. She had created a book and she actually sold it like to her school and everything. Like she became popular with that book. And it was just a cute little book. I think it was like an elephant book or something, a book about elephants or something. But yeah, maybe go on Amazon and you and your child can create the book together or something. It could be something that you do with your child so that your child has like a financial fund to be able to start their life financially. You could use like the money, the proceeds from the book to put into like a trust fund for the child or something, I feel like. But for some of you this involves children. You're not just about you and a book for you, but like for some of you this is going to be a children's book. This is going to be your child's legacy of basically show him how to get back up when you're knocked down. Yeah, notice the signs that are coming to you. Notice the signs in this reading. You're here for a purpose. So notice the signs that you're getting from this reading and pay attention to the signs that are coming in, like when you're taking a shower or when you're walking through the house and your TV is on. Maybe you might pick up certain messages. Or at the same time, like somebody might say something to you that really stands out, right? Notice those signs. They're there for a purpose. I know my daughter and I was walking one day and we were talking about something. And as we were talking, we were walking on the sidewalk and there was like nothing there. And we walked down and we were on the way back. And right before we got to our vehicle, there was this beautiful, perfect feather and it was big. It wasn't large, like small. It was large. It was a large feather and it was just there and it was perfect. There was no dirt on it. It looked like somebody just took it and placed it there. It was absolutely perfect. And my daughter looked down and was like, "Oh my goodness, I almost stepped on this." And picked it up. And it was like a confirmation to us that what we were talking about, Spirit was hearing and listening and giving us a confirmation that we were correct, that we were on the right understanding because we were both feeling it at the same time, right? So notice the signs because for some of you there might be weird signs. You might have signs that come out of nowhere. Like example for that, like we looked around and there was no tree above us. There was just cars, parked next to us on a sidewalk with houses everywhere. Like, where did that feather come from? But we knew intuitively, we both knew. Um, so, like, definitely notice the signs. Don't dismiss the signs and be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. I am definitely getting the message that some of you really need to clean out your friends group. I'm sorry, but there is a download coming in that you're trying to raise your elevation, raise your energy, raise your spiritual consciousness, and you're surrounding yourself by naysayers. You're surrounding yourself by people who are contradicting everything that you're trying to do. Maybe laughing it off like it's a joke and not taking you seriously, or they're they're coming in as not wanting you to invest your time into this because it's taking you away from what they want you to do, right? Maybe they want you to go to the mall and hang out and go shopping, and you would much rather focus on meditation, go on hiking, getting in touch with nature. I feel like there's some people that are just like talking behind your back as well. Like, oh, so and so is doing this instead of this, and like they're not really supporting you. And it's not saying that they're being mean and that they're not good friends. It's just you could be on two separate frequencies. Your spirit team could be trying to show you where your path is meant to go, and it's not the same path that they are taking, right? And you might be being called to a spiritual path, and they might be being called to, just an experience of their life kind of path. And it doesn't mean that your path is wrong and their path is right, and vice versa. But I feel like they're not really supporting you because they're not on the same frequency as you, and they're not seeing things the way you're seeing things because they're just here to experience. Like they're just here to experience life, and each of us are on different paths. So just be mindful because you could be seeing signs and they could be talking you out of all the signs that you're seeing. They could be dismissing all of them, which is leaving you feeling like it's almost like spirit's trying to struggle for your attention, right? Like spirit shows you something, but then you dismiss it because of of your circle that you're in. So just be mindful about the signs. You don't always have to point them out either. Maybe you notice something and you're with a group of people and you know that they're going to say something. You notice it, thank spirit in your heart for the sign, and then just don't say anything to anybody that you're with. If you're at the mall and you're shopping and you say something and then all of a sudden you get a confirmation about what you said, don't be like, oh, that's what's confirmation, because they're not going to understand it anyways. So just be like, thank you, spirit, and just let it go, and just know that it was for you, not for everybody, and sometimes it's for you and not for you to share, right? So again, we have like ride the wave energy. So this energy, laugh more. We had this in another reading too, ride the wave. You're not meant to fight or argue in this situation. You're meant to give it to spirit, give it to God, creator, source. Riding the wave means that in this present moment, you don't have to make any decisions. You don't have to guard your circumstances. Just be in the moment. Just be who you are. Be authentic. Show up authentically. Love yourself. Encourage others to love themselves because you have been there. You know what it's like to not have that love that you need for yourself. So riding the wave is just telling you right now, don't make any sudden decisions. Don't try to understand the situation. Just go with each day. Like take it day by day. Just stay in the moment. Try to keep your mind from being in the past and try not to put expectations in the future. Like just be in this present moment because that's where the wave is, right? If you're trying to surf and you're trying to surf based off a wave that's way out in the ocean versus what you're given right in this moment, you're not going to be surfing very well. So, this is telling you you got to stay present. You have to just allow yourself to go through the emotions that you're going through right now and the experiences that you're going through right now because you're going to understand it. You're going to have more understanding with it as everything works its way out for you. Educate yourself. So books, videos, whatever it is that you are really interested in, whatever it is that is pulling you into this new beginning, this new path, take some time to study, take some time to look into what it is that really is pulling your interest because that might be what you need to move you in the direction that you need to go in, right? Or to give you the confidence or to give you the closure that you need to let go of something so that you can feel confident in doing something else. Okay, so yeah, there is, again, I feel like this comes back to your situation and to people involved in your situation and even your friends group. Like some of these people fell from grace, and you just need to stay in the wave right now. Don't, no battles, no negative energy. Don't take everything personal. Yeah, cut ties, heal self-worth and truth. Yeah, you're being called to cut ties here for sure. There's something going on that you might see it away, but you might you might be hanging on to that energy because you see it but you don't want to believe it, or you see it and you believe it but you don't know what to do with it. So you might need to cut ties so that you are not lowering your self-worth and you're not putting yourself, oh, these cards do not want to come out. You're so that you're not putting yourself in a situation where you're battling with your own emotions because of what you're allowing. So, but I feel for some of you, the universe, you're not going to have to worry about the whole cutting ties on a lot of situations because I feel like the universe is going to do it for you. There's a lot of um, there's a lot of mm, energy on this card where people are just going to be exited out of your energy. They're not going to have a choice. They've overstayed their welcome. And universe, creator, God knows that you love unconditionally. And so some of these ties, maybe the people will move away. Maybe they will just find somebody else to start hanging out with. You might get called to do something else that takes more of your time. Maybe start going down the rabbit hole of like educating yourself in certain things, and it just takes more of your time. Nature calls you more, and you just become more in tune spiritually, and you just keep telling these people no, and then eventually they just, stop asking, right? And for the people that's involved with your situation, that's doing anything, I feel like the universe is going to come in, and the universe well, actually, I feel like the universe is already in the process of saying, that's enough. You've showed me enough. You've done enough. And you're no longer permitted in this energy because I'm moving this person elsewhere and you can't go. So our closing card is from Archangel Michael Oracle. And our closing card is this situation is already resolved. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this, and then you state your details of what it is in a divine, perfect way. So you don't have anything to worry about this situation. Again, ride the wave, right? This situation, whatever it is resolving itself, it's clarifying itself, and you're going to find closure. And I feel like you're going to be a lot stronger after this situation. Like you are really going to the universe, the creator, like you didn't go through all this for nothing. You're going to use it. You're going to use it to create something, whether it's a book or, uh, a healing. Maybe you're going to go into like coaching or something. I don't know. You're going to use this to really, you're going to use what has happened, what is going on to really elevate you, to really transform lives, not just your own. So I hope this has helped you. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.